never in a million years would I have thought about fighting. In fact, I was quite opposed to it all because I didn't like violence. I've come from a background that never really got involved with sort of violence or anything like that, and working in an office, I was very sort of not streetwise at all, so it frightened me, that aspect of it. I was actually pregnant when I won my British title, and then I fought again in the October the next year. So
you were pregnant when you won the British title?
Yeah, I didn't know I was pregnant.
Never interested in really any other sport. It just didn't hold any interest for me. I'll play football at lunchtime in schools, yeah. So I came to Bournemouth in '96 to start a law degree. And I did a 4-year law degree and ended up teaching Thai boxing and being more successful with that by the end of my 4 years.
When I met Lorne, I was working for an international bank. I was very much an office person, but I really enjoyed my sport, and I used to compete running. So basically in my lunch times, before work, after work.
So I went out running with Denise to improve my running, and on the return of that I started doing weights with her because she'd never really done any weights.
I was quite embarrassed that I looked like as he said, I looked like a coat hanger in a t-shirt, or a t-shirt and a coat hanger, something like that. I'd already had Antonia, my first daughter, and I was wanting to cut down on my hours because I felt that I was doing too much at work, so I wanted to cut down to part-time. And so Lorne sort of persuaded me, why don't I go into the fitness industry and maybe become a personal trainer? And from then it sort of built up. She's waking up now. I worked at a gym there for about a year, and I hated it. It was quite quiet, and I tried my hardest, and the people that were there weren't really interested in programs and stuff. I suddenly thought, oh dear, what have I done? Should I have done this? Meanwhile, I'd met Lorne. We were getting on really well, and it sort of escalated from there really. And he said then, hey, I think I'd like to teach kids, and I'd like to get involved doing a lot more than just my small group. And that's really when I started just training for fun. Okay, I'll see you at home.
You got your keys, yeah?
Yes.
Right, I'll see you in a minute.
Okay, bye. You can't go to Thailand if you're a Thai boxer and not train. Obviously, when I was pregnant, my training was very much just maintenance, just keeping fit for fun, just to see what I could do. And, I think I carried on right up till I was about 36 weeks in classes out here. In fact, with Antonia, I was on the cross trainer, practically giving birth. But after I gave birth, we had an opportunity for me to fight with Patty Turan from Vegas on the 6th of October. Wasn't ideal timing, but for my weight, it was too good an opportunity to pass up. As soon as I stepped into the ring on the actual fight night, I thought, God, what's this all about?
If it was judged according to real Thai criteria, you'd have won it. I'm not giving any excuses for last time, but it was 8 weeks since I gave birth, and...
Unfortunately, I lost on points because I hadn't been in the ring and been able to judge my distance and just what they call ring rusty. By the beginning of the summer, I was loving it again, which is when we decided, to put me forward to getting a rematch with Patty Turan. And I just wanted to be the best I could. I knew what her strengths and weaknesses were, and I knew what my strengths and weaknesses were, so I just worked on them. We watched the fight back again, over and over again, just to see. we've got used to the fact that for certain times, if you've given them everything they want, you know, you've given them milk, you've changed their nappies, they're comfortable. Leah's quite demanding, she doesn't like to be left on her own. You just have to get on with it. So we used to make sure she could see us and just try and train the best we could around it, really. And this is my job, so we can sort of work around it. It's not easy, but you know, we get by. Cleverly, without us even trying her on it, she's watched us so many times. She knows exactly, you know, what goes on.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Nearly done.
Last round, sweetie.
Ding ding, round 3.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
yes, good. Man, you could look at it. Oh, good. Either way. Oh, good. You should be down. Good move. Go on. Oh, on.
Cool, I've forgotten how tired I am. But all this, you know, I never feel like I'm anything special. I don't feel, I just think for me it's the norm, you know. There's so many things that I still say, oh, I wish I could do this, wish I could do that, wish I was like this, wish I was like that. And then people say to me, yeah, but we all say, wish we were like you, wish we could do this. And I think, well, I don't feel that I actually do anything special. I don't feel what I do is anything particularly abnormal. It's just, without being selfish, obviously my children come first, but you can't wrap them up in cotton wool. And you know, if they were going to sit at home in a playpen and play with toys, then why can't they sit in the gym? As long as they're happy and comfortable in a playpen, I'd only be at home sitting with her watching TV, so I may as well come here and train and she can watch me instead, which is nicer.